Alright, welcome to our little world.
You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world, the whole
Hey, it's Don, and this is the Nearly Historical Railroad channel on YouTube, if you didn't know that. So anyways, you know, we have a couple train layouts, well, one big train layout, and we work on that, and that's what you get to see. And, well, let's get to it. So this, other than being a couple pieces of cardboard, is actually my, going to be my new template for Romley, where I need to figure out where the buildings and stuff are gonna go, and I'm probably gonna do that back at my house. So, well, you can watch the last video to see what I'm talking about, but I'm actually making the new template, so this is good. So also, today I'm gonna work on Kenosha Pass, of course. So the last time I was actually out here, I shot video, but it wasn't like really enough video to really you know, make a whole video out of. So I did it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll show you a little update of what I did do that night. You know, I'm just gonna show you that right now. So here's that. All right, some progress at Kenosha Pass. Didn't really shoot video much because nothing to see really, other than a bunch of hazards sticking out. So what I did get accomplished is I put a break in the rail here. I got a break in the rail here. This is gonna be a small reversing section. Put a break in the rail here, which I think is a mess. I need to clean that up. Oops. Got a break in the rail here for that reversing section. Got all these feeders ready to go. I got the second bus line run. That's the reversing circuit one. So that's the second bus line, got that run. I had to tap into something else underneath. So basically a lot of routing of wire. So there's not a whole lot to see yet. Still haven't run a train over it. But I think all the wire's in place. I just gotta solder it all up. We're under Kenosha Pass now. So I ran bus line into here. This goes to the booster. So it's fresh off the booster, then it can go through, and here we'll have our reversing circuit board. There's the wires to connect onto it. So I had to splice this in somewhere else. This is a frog juicer using one of our turnouts. I actually bought that for doing the three-way turnouts, which I have not got to yet. Give me another couple years. So anyways, not much to see, but I have been at it for hours to make this stuff happen. These I just need to cut them onto there, need to solder those up. So I think everything is in place. And well, right. So next time I come out, I will get out the soldering iron and start going to town on that. All right, so now that you've seen that, I'm gonna actually get out the soldering iron. How did this thing go? Like that. So I'm gonna get out the soldering iron, solder up them feeders, put an excessive amount of weight on the cardboard here, let that dry up. So yeah, I'm gonna work on those feeders, get those soldered up, and well, I'll show you once I do that, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks.
This is our world, this is our time. Can't stop us now. We have arrived. We have arrived. It's all here and right now.
So, back in the corner, I just noticed this is an interesting perspective. So, this is Kenosha Pass. Okay, I got all the feeders soldered on. I was actually able to reach that one back there from this little hole here, barely. I got those all up. A couple places underneath I was able to solder them on, but I gotta crimp some on here. I'm gonna go turn the power on and see if anything is shorted out right now. If we're good, then I'll crimp on these other ones and go from there. 1, 2, 3. All right, this is good. It is not shorted out. So I guess I will turn it off, crimp a couple wires, check it again, and do something else. I got a tortoise I gotta put in. Might do that. All right, got a couple of those crimped, and I got those crimped. It goes up here. Not that you really care, nor does it really matter to you. But it's on, it's not shorted, so I'm gonna get the test light and test and see where we have power. The reverse loop part shouldn't have power yet because I don't have the reversing board hooked up yet. And there we go. I don't have my tripod, so I gotta do this, you know, with one set of hands. Okay, so this doesn't have power. I need to add a feeder there. Forgot about that. And over here, drill a hole for a feeder. I can either solder this rail or add the feeder. I'll probably just solder this rail. Okay, so it's kind of a pre-test. So the reversing piece, the reversing sections is like from here around to over here. And also this piece in here is a reversing, and this little piece in here is a reversing section. Let me show you down under the layout. Okay, so these two wires is the bus line for that reversing section. I got all the feeders hooked up to it, but I wanted to test it, make sure all those are working, and also make sure that it's not shorted out, because if it was shorted out, that means that one of the gaps I cut is not good. So I went ahead and just connected it straight here onto the main bus line, feeding everything. So my reversing circuit board will come off of this, and the other end of it will go into there, and I'll screw it up right there. So this is just kind of a little test to make sure my gaps are all good. Here's a gap, so that's working. There's a gap. Not sure if anything is gonna roll over that one, but we'll deal with that later. Here's a gap. Here's a gap, so that's working, and then we have plastic rail joiners for a gap over there. So those are all working by the fact that this is not shorted out. Now I can run a train over part of it. Haven't tested it. Right, so that's on the reversing section. So I haven't actually run a train on it, but it does all have power. Now if it got to this gap over there, it would actually short out because I don't have the reversing circuit in place, but I could run it up to there, you know, assuming the track work is good. So I think what I'm going to do next, because I don't want to, is install the the tortoise for that turnout, because that's the one that automatically flips back and forth depending on the polarity of the reversing circuit. I say polarity, maybe that's not right, but you get what I'm saying. So I really kind of want to get that tortoise in. The next turnout needs a tortoise, but I don't need that right away. Test the whole reversing circuit and everything. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and work on that tortoise there. My dad was kind enough to wire up 2 tortoises for me the other day with enough wire to get this thing installed. So we're gonna work with that. Okay, so I'm just showing you the struggle. It's a little tough. This one's going here, which is behind this brace. I can't really move it. The wall's right over here. So a little tough, a little hard to see it, but I think we can get it. This is the main piece kind of holding the mountain up, so I gotta keep that. Yeah, oh well, we'll get it. One video, well, so, okay, I'm shooting video. So I had to add this little jumper. I'm doing that because the instructions say if you're using Digitrax, put that on. So I've just been doing that. And then I need to add a little thingy like this one. Now I'll go and feed the tortoise. This is the one over at Romley. I was just trying to take a picture of it so I knew what I was doing. Hit the wrong button. Well, there you go. All right, so I got my little wires for the tortoise to connect to, soldered on, and my little jumpers for the Digitrax stuff. So let's go mount the board. Okay, so I just had my dad turn the power on. I got it, the reverse loop thingy wired and connected up there. Has power, the tortoise has power. The tortoise is going the way I want. I think the polarity is going the way I want, so this is good. I guess I'm gonna go up and check and see if it trips and reverses and does that stuff it's supposed to do. My dad and I just did some testing. Interesting thing is, when I was tripping the reverse loop, the Y one direction, I was like seeing like an arc on the frog in here, where the frog shouldn't even be connected to anything. So I just kind of cleaned all the little gaps in that again, and now it seems to be fine. So just with a metal screwdriver, we went over all the brakes, tested all the different gaps, and it reverses and it goes back as designed, like on that drawing over there. So that is really cool. Not gonna run a train over it yet. We gotta get going. It's getting late, but it's all wired, it's working. This turnout, I got the tortoise in. There's that tortoise. A little tough to get to, but it's there. It's not quite going over far enough, so I gotta get it under there and bend the wire a little bit, and that should fix that, and then snip the wire off. But I haven't tested all the track, so we got to get some guard up over here, some cardboard, just safety stuff. But next time, we're gonna see how trains run over this. We got to clean the rail and all that stuff. So this is cool. Again, sorry there's nothing really to see, but we worked all night. We did stuff. Oh, I got something over there in CIMARRON I can show you that my dad did. So I'll give you a closer look of this. Not that there's much different to see, but whatever. So we'll go check that out in just a second. So there's our tortoise. If you come in here, this is kind of short. I know it's close, but if we short that out, it moves over. All right. And if you're coming up this way from Como and you hit this gap here, where is it? It moves the tortoise back. This is as designed. The only thing I don't like is if you're coming this way, this tortoise does not switch to line up straight for you until you hit this gap. So we'll just have a speed limit rule there or something. If it's really a problem, we'll put a snap coil turnout thing in here so it just goes blink and it's done. Anyways, all right, this is cool. I'm excited about it. These guys are eager to try it out. I'm nervous. Let's go check out CIMARRON real quick. CIMARRON. So my dad got the lights in the station and depot hooked back up. This is over at CIMARRON, by the way. And he had this this light pole thingy, so he stuck that in and got that working. So that's pretty cool. And of course, all this power comes from a set of power poles that my dad plugged in back behind the buildings here. So that's good. There's the power pole. Come back behind there. And I was on my way out and I forgot about the Romley template. So I'm not gonna bring it home. It's still kind of drying. I got all that glue on it. But you see it fits in here, comes up to here. I just kind of stuck this in here. This has, we've talked about it before, but this has the actual real track plan that's going to be on here. We just ran a bypass track for the moment, but this will actually be what is going to be here. So depot goes here, road comes off this way and goes down into all of this and makes our town of Romley. I don't have my cool picture of it right now, but this is cool. I can figure out where buildings need to go now. Yeah, good. So, well, anyways, my dad went inside just now, so it's 10:15. I need to get going. So anyways, that's it. The Nearly Historical Railroad channel. That's what we did tonight. Not much to actually see, but there was stuff to watch. We made some progress. Hope you enjoy the videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. And ring the little bell so you get notifications when new videos come out. And I don't know. I think that's all I'm supposed to say. I don't remember. I haven't been, I don't know. I think that's it. So this is good. It's good to be back in the train room. And whatever. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
You got the